Have you ever sat across from a doctor, receiving that devastating cancer diagnosis for yourself or someone you love, only to be told that harsh treatments are your only option? That overwhelming feeling of helplessness as they explain chemotherapy, radiation and surgeries, but barely mention anything about what you can actually do at home to support your body's natural healing abilities. I've been there. I remember Sarah, a 71-year-old grandmother who came to my office after losing 15 pounds in just 6 weeks of treatment. Her oncologist had given her medications for nausea, but never once mentioned the powerful foods that could help her body fight back naturally. What if I told you that nature has provided us with incredible cancer-fighting vegetables that most doctors simply don't discuss? Today I'm revealing the top 7 vegetables that research shows contain compounds that can actually help kill cancer cells naturally. These aren't exotic, expensive superfoods. They're affordable options probably sitting in your local grocery store right now. Stay with me until the end, because the last vegetable on this list might be the most powerful one of all, and it's something most people throw away without realizing its incredible potential. Hey there, I'm so glad you've joined me today on this incredibly important topic. Before we dive in, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop your location in the comments below. Do you have questions about nutrition during cancer treatment? I read every comment and try to respond to as many as I can. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly videos about natural approaches to fighting cancer, especially for those in their golden years. The vegetables I'm about to share with you have been studied extensively for their cancer-fighting properties. While your doctor might be focusing solely on traditional treatments, these natural options can work alongside conventional medicine to give your body extra support during this challenging time. I'm not suggesting you replace your medical treatment, absolutely not, but rather complement it with nature's powerful medicines that can make a real difference in your recovery journey. I'm going to pause for a moment here because I need to ask you something important. What's been your biggest struggle during cancer treatment? Is it the constant fatigue that makes even getting out of bed feel impossible? The nausea that turns every meal into a challenge? Or perhaps it's the emotional toll that's hardest to bear? You know, so many people feel completely alone in this journey, like no one truly understands the depth of what they're going through. But I want you to know that in this space your experience matters and can help others who are walking the same difficult path. If you'd like to share, just copy this phrase. My biggest challenge has been, and complete it with your experience. Even just a few words can make a difference. Every comment you leave not only helps me create content that addresses your real needs, but might also be exactly what someone else needed to read today to feel less alone. Sometimes, just knowing we're not the only ones facing certain challenges brings enormous relief. Your voice matters, your experience matters, and together we form a stronger community of support and understanding. Now, let's dive into these incredible cancer-fighting vegetables that deserve a place in your daily meals. Each one contains specific compounds that research has shown may help target cancer cells while supporting your body's natural defense systems. Vegetable number 1, broccoli sprouts, nature's most powerful cancer fighter. Broccoli sprouts might look unassuming, but they contain up to 100 times more sulforaphane than mature broccoli, making them perhaps the most potent natural cancer-fighting food on the planet. Sulforaphane is like a secret weapon against cancer cells. When you chew broccoli sprouts, an enzyme called myrosinase converts glucoraphanin into sulforaphane, and that's when the magic happens. This compound has been extensively studied for its ability to target cancer cells through multiple pathways simultaneously. Imagine having a medicine that can attack cancer from several different angles. That's what sulforaphane does naturally. A groundbreaking study from Johns Hopkins University showed that sulforaphane can selectively target and kill cancer stem cells, the mother cells that can cause cancer to return and spread. Even more impressive, research published in the journal Cancer Research demonstrated that sulforaphane can actually cause cancer cell death, apoptosis, while leaving healthy cells untouched. Isn't that exactly what we want from cancer treatment? Something that kills the bad cells but spares the good ones? Have you ever wondered why some people seem to get cancer despite living a relatively healthy lifestyle? Part of the answer lies in our body's detoxification system. Sulforaphane is one of the most powerful natural activators of our phase 2 detoxification enzymes, which help eliminate cancer-causing toxins from the body before they can cause damage to our DNA. It's like having an internal cleanup crew working around the clock. The beauty of broccoli sprouts is how easy they are to incorporate into your daily routine. You can add them to sandwiches, wrinkles, smoothies, or salads. They have a slightly spicy, radish-like flavor that adds a nice kick to your meals. For maximum benefit, aim for about 2 to 4 tablespoons of fresh broccoli sprouts daily. You can even grow them yourself at home with minimal equipment, just some sprouting jars and organic broccoli sprouting seeds. In just 3 to 5 days, you'll have a powerful medicine growing right on your kitchen counter. One important note, to get the most sulforaphane, it's best to eat broccoli sprouts raw. Cooking can destroy the myrosinase enzyme that's needed to convert glucoraphanin into active sulforaphane. If you absolutely must cook them, add some mustard powder, which contains myrosinase, and can help recover some of the lost benefits. For most people, broccoli sprouts are completely safe. But if you're on blood thinners, check with your healthcare provider, as cruciferous vegetables can interact with certain medications. Also, if you have a thyroid condition, it's worth discussing with your doctor, as cruciferous vegetables in very large amounts may affect thyroid function, though the amounts we're talking about here are generally considered safe. Vegetable number 2, garlic, the ancient cancer assassin. Garlic has been used medicinally for thousands of years, but modern science is finally catching up to what traditional healers have known all along. This pungent bulb has remarkable anti-cancer properties. The secret lies in a compound called allicin, which is released when garlic is crushed or chopped. Think of allicin as a natural chemotherapy agent that's been shown in numerous studies to directly target and eliminate cancer cells. A massive study conducted in China found that people who consumed garlic regularly had a 44% lower risk of developing certain types of cancer compared to those who rarely ate it. That's an incredible statistic that should make us all consider adding more garlic to our meals. The science behind garlic's cancer-fighting abilities is fascinating. Researchers at the Medical University of South Carolina discovered that sulfur compounds in garlic can actually trigger cancer cells to self-destruct through a process called apoptosis. Have you ever wished there was a way to make cancer cells simply give up and die off? Garlic seems to have that very ability, but what makes garlic truly remarkable is that while it's deadly to cancer cells, it actually supports and enhances your immune system's function. A strong immune system is your body's first line of defense against cancer, and compounds in garlic have been shown to increase the activity of natural killer cells, specialized immune cells that hunt down and destroy cancer cells. Garlic also contains powerful antioxidants that help protect your cells from the oxidative damage that can lead to cancer in the first place. It's like having a shield and a sword, protection against developing cancer and a weapon against existing cancer cells. For maximum benefit, it's important to know how to use garlic properly. The allicin compound isn't actually present in intact garlic. It's formed when two substances in garlic, alliin and the enzyme alliinase, come together when the clove is damaged. That's why you should crush or chop garlic and then let it sit for about 10-15 minutes before cooking with it. This allows the allicin to form fully. If you're using garlic for its medicinal properties, aim for 2 to 3 fresh cloves daily. Some people find this difficult due to the strong taste or odor, so high-quality aged garlic supplements can be an alternative, though fresh is always preferable when possible. While garlic is generally safe for most people, it can interact with certain medications, particularly blood thinners. If you're undergoing chemotherapy or taking prescription medications, always check with your healthcare provider before significantly increasing your garlic intake. Also, some people with digestive issues may find that large amounts of garlic can cause discomfort. In these cases, starting with smaller amounts and gradually increasing, can help your system adjust. Vegetable number 3, purple cabbage, the colorful cancer combatant. The vibrant purple color of this common vegetable isn't just beautiful. It's a visual indication of its powerful cancer-fighting compounds called anthocyanins. These are the same compounds that give blueberries their superfood status, but purple cabbage delivers them at a fraction of the cost. Have you ever noticed how cancer rates vary significantly around the world? Researchers studying global cancer patterns discovered something remarkable. Populations that regularly consume cruciferous vegetables like purple cabbage have dramatically lower rates of several types of cancer. This observation has been supported by numerous laboratory studies showing that compounds in purple cabbage can inhibit the growth of cancer cells and even cause them to die off. What makes purple cabbage such a powerful ally against cancer is its unique combination of 3 different types of cancer-fighting compounds. First, like all cruciferous vegetables, it contains sulforaphane, the same compound found in broccoli sprouts that we discussed earlier. Second, it delivers those vibrant anthocyanins, which are powerful antioxidants that help prevent the DNA damage that can lead to cancer. And third, purple cabbage contains glucosinolates, which convert into isothiocyanates in your body, compounds shown to detoxify carcinogens before they can damage your cells. It's like having 3 different cancer medicines in one simple vegetable. A fascinating study published in the journal Cancer Prevention Research found that women who consumed greater amounts of cruciferous vegetables like purple cabbage had a significant reduction in breast cancer risk. Another study from the Roswell Park Cancer Institute discovered that just 3 servings of cruciferous vegetables per month could reduce prostate cancer risk by 41%. Imagine what daily consumption could do. The wonderful thing about purple cabbage is how versatile it is in the kitchen. You can enjoy it raw in salads and slaws for maximum nutritional benefit, ferment it into probiotic-rich sauerkraut or kimchi, or lightly steam it as a side dish. A simple purple cabbage slaw made with olive oil, lemon juice, and a touch of salt makes a delicious and medicinal addition to any meal. For optimal benefits, aim to include at least 2 to 3 cups of purple cabbage in your weekly diet. If you're not used to eating cruciferous vegetables regularly, start with smaller amounts and gradually increase to give your digestive system time to adjust. Like other cruciferous vegetables, purple cabbage contains goitrogens that could theoretically affect thyroid function if consumed in extremely large amounts, especially if raw. However, the amounts typically consumed in a healthy diet are generally considered safe. If you have a pre-existing thyroid condition, it's always wise to discuss your diet with your healthcare provider. Vegetable number 4, sweet potatoes, the orange cancer protector. Don't be fooled by their sweet taste. Sweet potatoes are actually a powerful weapon in your cancer-fighting arsenal. Their vibrant orange color comes from beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A that has been shown in multiple studies to help prevent and fight various types of cancer. A large-scale study following over 60,000 people found that those with the highest intake of beta-carotene-rich foods, like sweet potatoes, had a significantly lower risk of developing lung cancer, even among smokers. Though, of course, quitting smoking is always the most important step for reducing lung cancer risk. What makes sweet potatoes particularly valuable for cancer patients is their unique nutritional profile that supports your body during treatment. Cancer treatments like chemotherapy and radiation can deplete your body's antioxidant stores, leaving you more vulnerable to oxidative damage. The rich supply of antioxidants in sweet potatoes, including beta-carotene, vitamin C, and various carotenoids, helps protect your healthy cells during treatment. Have you ever thought about how cancer cells differ from normal cells? One key difference is in how they generate energy. Cancer cells primarily rely on sugar fermentation for energy, even when oxygen is present, a phenomenon known as the Warburg effect. Interestingly, the type of carbohydrates in sweet potatoes have a relatively low glycemic impact when consumed as part of a balanced meal, especially compared to refined carbohydrates. They provide steady energy without the dramatic blood sugar spikes that might feed cancer cells. Sweet potatoes also contain unique proteins called protease inhibitors. Research from the University of Kansas found that these proteins may help prevent cancer cells from invading nearby tissues, essentially putting a brake on cancer's ability to spread. This is particularly important because it's usually not the primary tumor that poses the greatest threat, but rather cancer's ability to metastasize to other parts of the body. Another compound found in sweet potatoes, called sporamin, has been shown in laboratory studies to possess powerful antioxidant and anti-cancer properties. Research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry demonstrated that sporamin could significantly inhibit the growth of various types of cancer cells. Sweet potatoes are incredibly versatile in the kitchen. You can bake them, steam them, mash them, or even include them in smoothies. For maximum nutritional benefit, try to include the skin whenever possible. It contains additional fiber and nutrients. Aim to enjoy sweet potatoes 2 to 3 times per week, with a typical serving being about half a medium sweet potato. Unlike some of the more potent medicinal foods we're discussing, sweet potatoes have virtually no contraindications and are well tolerated by most people. Their gentle nature makes them appropriate even during active cancer treatment when digestive systems may be more sensitive. They're also a great option for older adults who may have difficulty digesting more fibrous vegetables. Vegetable number 5, mushrooms, nature's immune modulators. While technically fungi rather than vegetables, medicinal mushrooms deserve a prominent place on this list for their remarkable cancer-fighting properties. What makes mushrooms unique is their ability to modulate the immune system, strengthening it when needed to fight cancer, but also helping to regulate an overactive immune response that can contribute to chronic inflammation, a known cancer risk factor. The secret behind mushrooms' cancer-fighting power lies in their beta-glucans, complex polysaccharides that have been extensively studied for their ability to activate the immune system's cancer-fighting cells. Research from the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center has shown that these compounds can enhance the activity of natural killer cells and macrophages, specialized immune cells that identify and destroy cancer cells. One of the most studied mushrooms for cancer is the turkey tail mushroom, Trametes versicolor, which contains a compound called polysaccharide K, PSK. PSK has been so well researched that it's actually an approved cancer treatment in Japan, where it's been used alongside conventional treatments for decades. A landmark 7-year study found that cancer patients who received PSK alongside standard treatment had a survival rate nearly 10% higher than those receiving conventional treatment alone. Isn't it fascinating that something as simple as a mushroom could have such a profound impact on cancer survival? Shiitake mushrooms contain another powerful compound called lentinan, which has been shown to inhibit the growth and spread of cancer cells while strengthening the immune system. Studies from the National Cancer Center in Japan demonstrated that lentinan could significantly extend survival times in patients with various types of cancer when used as a complementary therapy. Reishi mushrooms, often called the mushroom of immortality in traditional Chinese medicine, contain triterpenes and ganoderic acids that have demonstrated direct anti-cancer effects in laboratory studies. Research published in the journal Oncotarget found that these compounds could actually induce apoptosis, cell death, in cancer cells while leaving healthy cells unharmed. For everyday consumption, common button mushrooms, cremini and portobello varieties also offer cancer protective benefits. They contain ergothioneine and selenium, powerful antioxidants that help prevent the DNA damage that can lead to cancer. They're also one of the few food sources of vitamin D, especially when exposed to sunlight before cooking, another nutrient associated with lower cancer risk. To incorporate these fungi friends into your diet, aim for 3 to 5 servings per week of culinary. Mushrooms like shiitake, maitake and cremini. These can be sautéed as a side dish, added to soups and stews, or used as a meaty substitute in pasta sauces. For more medicinal varieties like reishi or turkey tail, which are too tough to eat directly, teas and extracts are available. When using mushrooms medicinally, it's important to start with small amounts and gradually increase, especially if you're currently undergoing cancer treatment. While generally safe for most people, mushrooms can interact with certain medications, including some chemotherapy drugs and blood thinners. Always inform your healthcare team about all supplements and foods you're using as part of your cancer care plan. Vegetable number 6, dark leafy greens, the cellular detoxifiers. Dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, collard greens, and Swiss chard are some of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, and they contain a remarkable array of compounds that can help both prevent and fight cancer. What makes these greens so powerful is their ability to support your body's natural detoxification pathways, essentially helping your cells eliminate cancer-causing compounds before they can damage your DNA. A large-scale study following over 50,000 people for more than a decade found that those consuming the highest amounts of dark leafy greens had significantly lower rates of various types of cancer, particularly those affecting the digestive system. The cancer-fighting properties of dark leafy greens come from several different compounds working together. First, they're rich in chlorophyll, the pigment that gives them their deep green color. Research from the Linus Pauling Institute has shown that chlorophyll can actually bind to carcinogenic compounds in the digestive tract, preventing their absorption and facilitating their elimination from the body. Think of chlorophyll as an internal mop that soaks up toxins before they can harm you. Have you ever heard of the master antioxidant? Glutathione. Our bodies produce this critical molecule to protect our cells from damage, and dark leafy greens contain the precursors your body needs to manufacture glutathione. This becomes especially important during cancer treatment, as many conventional therapies can deplete glutathione levels. Greens also provide an abundance of folate, a B vitamin that plays a crucial role in DNA repair. Proper DNA repair is essential for preventing the mutations that can lead to cancer and for maintaining the integrity of healthy cells during treatment. A study published in the International Journal of Cancer found that higher folate intake was associated with a 30% lower risk of colon cancer. Dark leafy greens also deliver powerful carotenoids like lutein and zeaxanthin, which have been shown to protect against DNA damage. Research from the Harvard School of Public Health found that women with higher levels of carotenoids in their blood had a significantly lower risk of breast cancer. For cancer patients, one of the most valuable aspects of dark leafy greens is their high mineral content, particularly magnesium and potassium, which are often depleted during treatment. These minerals play crucial roles in energy production and cellular function, supporting your body's ability to recover from the taxing effects of cancer therapies. Aim to include at least 1 cup of dark leafy greens in your diet daily. They can be enjoyed in salads, smoothies, soups, or lightly sautéed as a side dish. For maximum benefit, try to vary the types of greens you consume, as each offers a slightly different nutrient profile. If you find raw greens difficult to digest, especially during cancer treatment, lightly steaming them can make them more gentle on your system while still preserving most of their beneficial compounds. One important consideration: if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, Coumadin, maintain consistent intake of vitamin K-rich greens rather than drastically increasing or decreasing consumption, as vitamin K can affect the medication's action. Always inform your healthcare provider about significant changes to your diet, especially during active cancer treatment. Vegetable number 7, red onions, the unexpected cancer fighter. The humble red onion might bring tears to your eyes when chopping it, but the latest research suggests it might also make cancer cells cry uncle. What makes red onions special is their rich content of quercetin, a flavonoid with powerful anti-cancer properties, and anthocyanins, the same compounds that give purple cabbage its vibrant color and cancer-fighting abilities. A groundbreaking study from the University of Guelph in Canada compared various types of onions and found that red onions were the most effective at killing breast and colon cancer cells. What's particularly impressive is that the red onion extracts were shown to trigger apoptosis, programmed cell death, specifically in cancer cells, while leaving healthy cells unharmed, the holy grail of cancer treatment. The science behind red onion's cancer-fighting abilities is fascinating. Research published in the journal Food Research International revealed that the combination of flavonoids and sulfur compounds in red onions creates a synergistic effect greater than either compound alone. It's as if nature designed the perfect anti-cancer package. Red onions also contain organosulfur compounds that have been shown to inhibit the development of cancer in several ways. These compounds can prevent cancer-causing substances from being activated in the body, increase the body's ability to detoxify and eliminate harmful chemicals, and directly slow the growth and spread of cancer cells. A large epidemiological study conducted by the Italian Institute of Health found that people who consumed onions regularly had significantly reduced risk of several common cancers. For colorectal, laryngeal, and ovarian cancers, those eating onions at least twice a week had risk reductions ranging from 25% to 88%, compared to those who rarely consumed them. Have you ever noticed how some foods seem to lose their nutritional value when cooked? Red onions actually maintain much of their quercetin content even when cooked, making them a versatile addition to your cancer-fighting kitchen. However, the allicin compounds, similar to those in garlic, are most potent when onions are consumed raw or lightly cooked. For maximum benefit, try to include red onions in your diet several times a week, using both raw and cooked preparations. Raw red onions can be added to salads, sandwiches, and salsas. When cooking, lightly sautéing or roasting preserves more of the beneficial compounds than boiling. A typical serving is about 1/4 to 1/2 of a medium red onion. While red onions are generally safe for most people, they can cause digestive discomfort for some, particularly when consumed raw. If you find raw onions difficult to tolerate, try soaking sliced onions in cold water for about 10 minutes before eating, which can reduce some of the compounds responsible for digestive upset while preserving most of the beneficial nutrients. If you're on blood-thinning medication, be aware that the quercetin in red onions may enhance the effect of these drugs, so consistent rather than dramatically fluctuating intake is recommended. Bringing it all together. Your cancer-fighting kitchen plan. Now that we've explored these 7 powerful vegetables, you might be wondering how to incorporate them all into your daily routine. The good news is that you don't need to consume massive amounts of each one every day. Instead, aim for variety throughout your week, including at least 3 to 4 of these cancer-fighting superstars in your diet each day. Consider creating what I call a cancer-fighting kitchen rotation, a simple plan to ensure you're regularly consuming these powerful foods. For example, you might start your day with a smoothie containing spinach and broccoli sprouts, enjoy a lunch salad with red onions and purple cabbage, and have roasted sweet potatoes and garlic with dinner. This approach makes it manageable to include these powerful foods regularly without becoming overwhelming. Remember that how you prepare these vegetables matters. Whenever possible, consume them raw or lightly cooked to preserve their cancer-fighting compounds. When cooking is necessary, methods like steaming, sautéing, or roasting are preferable to boiling, which can cause water-soluble nutrients to leach out into the cooking water. Also keep in mind that these vegetables work best as part of a comprehensive approach to cancer prevention and support during treatment. Stay hydrated, maintain physical activity as you're able, manage stress through practices like meditation or gentle yoga, and ensure you're getting adequate rest. All these factors work synergistically with your cancer-fighting diet. As we wrap up today's discussion on these 7 powerful vegetables that naturally fight cancer cells, I want to emphasize that incorporating these foods into your diet is one of the most empowering steps you can take on your cancer journey. Whether you're currently fighting cancer, supporting a loved one through treatment, or simply wanting to reduce your risk, these everyday vegetables offer extraordinary protection backed by scientific research. I hope this information has given you new tools for your healing journey. If you found value in today's video, Please hit the like button and share it with someone who might benefit from this knowledge. Every share could potentially help someone who's struggling to find natural support during cancer treatment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly videos on natural approaches to fighting cancer, especially for those in their golden years. The knowledge you gain here could make a significant difference in your health journey. Remember, while conventional cancer treatments certainly have their place, the foods you eat every day can be powerful medicine too. You have more control over your health than you might realize, and sometimes the most powerful healing tools are found not in a pill bottle, but in the produce section of your local grocery store. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, reminding you that even in the darkest times, there is always hope, and nature has provided us with incredible tools to support our healing journey.